Am I live? Oh, I think I am live. I think I'm live. Here we go. All right, I'm live. I am live. Hey, so I'm at the No Kings protest where the people seem to hate America, but I noticed there's a few Trump supporters here, so I'm going to talk to them. Some Trump supporters at the thing.
Now, most of them are misinformed, I would say. They are not. They don't know that. They say Trump is not my president. Asshole, Trump is the president.
Okay.
He's not your president. He's everybody's president.
Okay.
And he will be for the next, what, 3 years? We got 3 years left, something like that?
3 1/4, 3 and a couple
Three,
months.
he won quite a few electoral college votes last time I checked. And he won the popular vote. So whether you like it or not, Trump is the president. Any further questions, Your Honor?
Oh yeah, well they keep saying, hey, ho ho, Donald Trump has got to go,
He's
but
not going anywhere. Unless they try to assassinate him like that piece of shit did when he shot him in the ear. Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
I do remember
Okay.
that. I also remember that a leftist shot a healthcare CEO because he didn't like his policies, and another leftist shot Charlie Kirk in the neck because he didn't think that Charlie Kirk, conservatives should be allowed to have a peaceful exchange of ideas. What's your reaction?
That's terrible. Whatever happened to the freedom of speech?
Well, apparently freedom of speech is only something that's valued when it's left-wing speech, but if it's the right-wing person...
I don't know if I would agree with that. Free speech is in the Constitution, it's in the First Amendment.
Oh, I'm not saying that it doesn't agree. I'm saying a lot of people...
It doesn't matter whether you like it or not. You want to, if you say the F word in front of little children, that's a little bit much, right? Because you don't want to teach kids bad words. Fair?
I'm not
If you
disagreeing.
say things like Donald Trump is the president, and someone goes, oh, wah, too fucking bad, too effing bad, because Donald Trump is the 45th and the 47th president of the United States of America. With the fucking bad, too effing bad, because Donald Trump is the 45th and the 47th president of the United States of America. Whether you like it or
We have
not.
an epidemic of left-wing violence. Left-wing are killing people, children at churches. They're killing children at schools. They're shooting at Donald Trump, then candidate Trump. They are killing healthcare CEOs. They're killing Charlie Kirk. So what can we do? And even now they deny Antifa.
Honestly, I'm scared.
Yeah. Well, what can we do?
Scared. We do this. What we're doing right now.
What?
We're doing
Why
this.
are you filming this one guy when there are about 250,000 people peacefully demonstrating? I
I'm
don't
peacefully
understand.
demonstrating.
I know, but you're focusing on this one guy.
No, I'm talking to you. I've been here for hours. I've talked to literally 100
Do
people.
you have an issue with him asking me questions like a
No,
normal
no,
conversation?
but it just
So then
seems
what's the
weird to
problem?
me.
What's the problem? Why is it weird?
I think it's weird because there are so many people who have got a
How
peaceful
is it weird?
message that they're protesting.
How is it weird?
Well, can I ask
You're
you?
vastly outnumbered, my friend.
So?
Can I ask you something? You said there are people with a peaceful message. How is this man's message not peaceful?
I'm not saying it is.
you say-
I never said it was not unpeaceful. I'm just saying I'm querying why you're spending so much time asking him questions.
I literally spent about 2 minutes, and actually, because he's the unusual thing. As a reporter, I usually cover the unusual, and there's so few Trump supporters. I was shocked. I'm on a TikTok live now, and I said,
It's surprising to me that there are so
I
many
said,
people.
holy shit, there's a Trump supporter in New York, especially because.
Yeah, I wonder
And I'm a Jew,
why.
Orthodox Jew. My father is a practicing rabbi of a synagogue.
But wait
They
a-
call me a Nazi.
Wait, hold on. I heard that Trump supporters were Nazis.
Trump does not support Nazis.
No, that's what I've heard. But what do you say to that?
I say that's not exactly correct.
Do you see any concentration camps in America?
I mean, is any concentration camps in America?
Yeah, where's the concentration
Did you
camp?
not see what Trump?
Where's the where? That's not a concentration camp.
Oh, it's not. Can
No.
you enter it?
No,
Can you enter it?
I'm not illegal immigrant.
Can any state
I'm not an
government
illegal
enter that
immigrant.
space?
I'm not an illegal immigrant. If
So
you're an
what?
illegal immigrant,
So
you get
what?
deported there.
No. That's
yeah,
called
yeah.
due process.
What's that?
It's called due
Not
process.
due process when you're illegal over the border.
That's still not
no,
true.
It's not due.
That's still
When
not
you
true.
come
What are you
over the
talking
border,
about?
You don't need due process. You get the fuck out of this country.
Nah, bro. First
Yeah,
of all,
bro.
what is your ancestry?
I'm originally from Israel.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
wow.
why is
you're
that
telling
wow?
me?
Wow, yeah,
because-
and I came
because
here in
your family-
1971.
Your family can
I came
practically
here
go
from
anywhere, right?
No, I can't
They can go anywhere and settle, right?
I came here. Oh, now
They can
we're
go anywhere
settlers.
and
Now
settle,
we're
right?
here with settlers.
Is
Now
that not
we're
it?
settlers.
Is that
what
not
it
a
is?
fact?
Is that the way it works?
Is that not a fact?
Yeah. So I've been here for 54 years. I was here on a visa.
Right.
I went through the due process
Okay.
as you're talking
But
about.
you're also Israeli, right?
So what if I'm Israeli?
But
Are you Spanish?
Mexicans come here.
over the border.
Mexicans come here.
Over the border. If you come
It's
here
getting
under the border,
spicy.
you're
Your
legal.
ancestors got here,
Man,
bro.
they came on the red
Your
line.
European
Let me
ancestry.
ask you a question.
European ancestry.
Let me ask you a question.
Your European ancestry.
Let me ask you a
can
question.
come here however the fuck they want.
Let me ask you a
And
question.
you sit there.
Let me ask you a question. Yeah. You see,
Oh,
this
one
is
of the
fascism.
minders is telling him
This is what fascism is when they have a conversation, their side comes over, stops them from talking because they don't want to have a conversation. This is exactly what fascism is. Every accusation is I forgot the word. Every accusation is I forgot the damn word. What is the term? Every accusation is a confession. That's what it is. And one of these people are. So now, no, him, not you. Him.
My great grandmother's legal citizenship.
So now, let me ask you a question.
She came here legally.
Can I ask him a question? Stop. Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that illegal immigrants should be in this country?
Illegally, no.
Illegally.
I agree with that.
Okay,
Illegally,
so then
no.
they should be deported.
They should go through due process.
There
A
is
lot
no-
of them are coming here to asylum.
No, this is not. You're not
But
here.
they're not going
They're
after
not-
European
they're
immigrants that are not
they're
here
not
legally.
No, they're not American
Who are they
citizens.
going for?
They're not American citizens breaking the law. The illegal citizens that came over the border illegally, and they should be deported without questioning. Especially because they don't belong. How do you due process somebody that doesn't have a social security? How do you due process somebody that doesn't have a visa? How do you due process somebody that doesn't have an American citizenship?
How do you kick immigrants out that pay taxes?
Name one immigrant that got kicked out that pays taxes.
You really want me to Google names?
No, I don't want you. I want you to know them. You have a conversation.
Can I ask you a question?
That's a stupid ass.
How do they pay taxes with no social? How do they pay taxes with no social? I don't work for the IRS, bro. Oh, so you have a conversation. You have an argument.
But there's
you can't-
facts.
you can't
But
do
there's
that.
facts.
But you just said
But
that
there's
was
facts.
but you should be able to back
Because
that
it's
up.
accounted for.
Well, hold on.
It's
Can I-
accounted for.
Let me ask you a question.
$600 million going to taxes
So
from
let me ask you a
immigrants.
question. Let me ask you a
Can I ask
question.
you something?
Legal immigrants. Let me ask you a question. Not illegal.
But they
legal.
still pay taxes.
Legal.
But even if they pay taxes, that doesn't get
Regardless, there's taxes being paid by illegal immigrants too.
How? How do they pay taxes?
Not
social.
just.
All right,
just
we're gonna
because
move
they're
on
paying
because
this
hey,
is very- Thank you so
Yeah,
much, guys.
yeah.
Have a great day. Bless.
They don't recognize legal leaving other countries.
oh hi, are you part of this? Are they calling you a right-wing troll?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh,
God bless.
oh, I thought the sign was for
No,
you.
I support the Constitution. I support human rights.
Okay. All right.
You're right. Trump is the president.
Sorry, go ahead.
Are you being called a right-wing troll?
I guess. I guess I am.
Oh, you are. Okay.
I guess I am.
Oh,
Yeah.
so what?
Just because I'm standing here on this side, I'm automatically a right-wing troll.
So what are your thoughts on all these people that say that Donald Trump has to go, even though he was elected?
At the end of the day, that's their opinion. They could have their opinion. This is America. It's a democracy. We could have our own opinions and agree to disagree. Like, people need to realize that. Like, it's so ludicrous.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah,
All right, I'm going to. The parade got away from me, so I'm going to walk down and just catch up and show you guys what's going on. It's about 2 blocks ahead, so maybe I'll just give a little commentary as I catch up with it. So here goes. I am walking down. I'm on 40th Street, just so you guys know. The parade is now at around 38th Street, maybe. I don't know exactly where it is, but it's going to end up at 14th Street. So yeah, let's just take a walk down. I'll give you a little bit of commentary as I do. Maybe I'll flip, you guys can see my beautiful face now. All right, so yeah, while I catch up with the parade, our president is Putin's bitch. I'm reading a sign. So yeah, this is the end of the parade. It kind of got a little bit ahead of me, so I'm just walking down towards the parade, but when we get back up there, you'll see it's a lot of elderly, liberal, white ladies. That's one of the primary demographics here. A lot of middle-aged people. It is ethnically mixed, to be honest, but I would say whites dominate. There's no Kings protest. I will say there is some good news. There is some good news in that this is a no Kings protest, and I've been looking all day. I have not seen any Kings. I have not seen King Charles. I don't really know that many other kings. I think Amsterdam or Holland. I guess Amsterdam's a city, but I guess the Netherlands, I think they have a king. I think they have a royal family. Eswati in South Africa has a king. So yeah, I have not seen any of the kings of the world here. So apparently it is working. Also, I will add one other thing. There are actually happening lesser, but there are no king's protests, believe it or not, in England. I'm not even joking. There are no king's protests in England right now. So in a country, and they're not protesting King Charles, they're protesting Donald Trump. So literally a country with a king is having a no king's protest, but not against the actual king. So yeah, that just shows you sort of the level of low IQ among the no kings protesters. So yeah, so that's what we're dealing with here today. Now it looks like it's mostly tourists here and the back of the parade, but if you just stick with me, basically you can swipe around or you can stick with me for another couple minutes and I will be in the heart of the parade, so to speak. Yeah, so this is definitely not a bunch of joyful warriors here. It's a bunch of mopey warriors here. So yeah, I'm going to turn my camera around because now we're getting closer. We're getting closer. Oh, and by the way, guys, I see these little messages. Hi from Florida. Just got the number 2 gifter. I don't know what some of these mean, but people are giving me badges and doing stuff. I don't know how to respond to you with words or typing. But yeah, thank you guys for joining. Let's flip the camera around and see what's going on. Oh wait, there we go. All right, so I'll just do a little color commentary as we walk down the road. Here we're on 7th Avenue, for those that know New York City. I'm getting to the back end of the parade. You can see the police vehicles. People on 7th Avenue in cars are not loving this because it is definitely slowing down traffic. I don't know if there are permits issued, but yeah, the police are here. I mean, they're not doing anything. They're just surveilling. But basically, I guess most of the cars are most of the cars are police vehicles. I guess they're just bringing up the rear. But yeah, here's a few dawdling protesters. He pledges allegiance to no kings. There are no kings. Here's some NYPDs. Oh, here's these people in the bright green vest. So if you guys weren't with me before, these people, what they do is if they see. Oh yeah, here's a pro antique. Uh-oh. Something happening here? Uh-oh. Police are coming. Something's happening here, guys. Some kind of confrontation. While we walk towards whatever's happening here. We hope it's not violent, but we also know the left is violent, so who knows? Who knows what could or would or might happen here today. But yeah, here's the tail end of the parade, the anti-America parade, the parade for dirty commies. It's funny, the Trump guys, the pro-Trump guy I spoke to before loved Donald Trump. But he chastised me for calling these people a bunch of dirty commies. So I guess maybe I could be maybe a little more accepting. But yeah, look at all these people in these bright green vests. They are called observers. And also, by the way, here's some ACLU protest monitors, which means that if any police try to harass anyone, they will provide legal help. But if the protesters start attacking a journalist, they will not do anything. I only know that because I was covering a pro-Palestinian rally, and I did get attacked. I got surrounded and attacked by a group of people, pro-Palestinian protesters last summer. So I saw one of these ACLU observers and I said, hey, you see this? Are you observing this? These people attacked me. And they said, oh, we don't get involved. So they didn't, and that's, I had my press badge and everything. I was a legit member of the media. So they don't really give a shit about free speech. The American Civil Liberties Union is just a far left shill. You got a cover for a bunch of far left shills. But anyway, yeah, here's the dirty commies. Oh, look at this guy dragging the flag on the ground. Oh yeah, no kings. You're not. Flag code says you're not supposed to paint over the U.S. flag. He's also dragging the flag on the ground. So, and he has a democracy jacket. Presumably, though, he's calling for the removal of Donald Trump, even though Donald Trump was democratically elected. So go figure. All right. So here's somebody with a no. Black Lives Matter. I thought Black Lives Matter. I thought that whole thing was over, but I guess not. All right. So moving on. All right. So this guy seems to be just, I don't know what, he seems like he's just taking advantage of the thing to push some cuckoo stuff, but all right. All right, let's see. 2028, will America have an election or will Trump be dictator? Any thoughts on, do you think Donald Trump's a dictator?
Well, I think he's going to become one if we're not careful. I mean, there's still time.
Just curious, was Joe Biden a dictator?
I did not like what I saw with Biden either. I mean, I'm very upset by the Ukraine war.
Okay.
That never should have happened. And
what do you think about Donald Trump bringing peace to the Middle East?
I think it's good.
Oh, good. Okay.
I think we'll get by.
Thank you.
Oh. Oh yeah, the police are moving us along. Keep it clear. Oh, so anyway, let's talk about these riseandresist.org people. So this is like a group that I don't know what they're pretending to do, but they sort of monitor people's behavior, and primarily they're here if they see someone as a journalist reporting on it. They will sort of try to get it. They'll ask them where they're from. They'll come up to me like, "Oh, sir, what are you with? What news organization are you with?" No, I'm just an independent journalist. Or I'm here as an independent journalist. I actually do work for a legitimate news organization, but that's just my job. This is something I'm doing just because I care about the issues. But I'm here. Anyway, these people in these orange or green vests, I guess neon green, riseandresist.org, is they're a group that's here monitoring basically journalists, and they actually carry around these little arrows that say right-wing troll. So they'll ask you who you're with, and if you don't say MSNBC or some Midas Touch or some left-wing blog, they will start yelling at you, calling you a right-wing troll. And if you try to talk to anybody, they will say, "Sir, ma'am, don't talk to them. Oh, that's a right-wing, blah, blah, blah. That's a right-wing person. They're going to misconstrue what you say." So basically, they are trying to silence the speech of any conservatives at events like this, or just make it annoying. The last No Kings protest I was at, the last No Kings protest, they actually had some of those people were like, I was trying to just talk to people, and they would start blowing a whistle or surrounding me just to keep me from talking to anyone. So you could like that or not. I mean, you could like it or not that I'm there, but they're definitely not pro-democracy. They're definitely not pro-free speech. I mean, basically, like, much of the left, they're for free speech when it's left-wing voices, but they're not for free speech when it's right-wing voices. All right, so everyone is just kind of walking here. If you guys are missing the interviews that I was doing before, I will do some more of those once we get to our landing zone. But right now, everyone's just kind of walking. It's a little bit hard to talk to someone while walking, especially since I'm at the very end of the parade. But yeah, I will do some more. Well, right now I'm doing a walk and talk, but I'll do a little bit of conversational interview stuff in a few minutes once we get to wherever we're trying to get to, which is about another 10 blocks, which means basically another 10 minutes. I don't know. All right, so yeah, let's just take a look at some of these people. 9 Trump. I guess this guy is implying that Donald Trump is Adolf Hitler. Now here, let's talk about Adolf Hitler for a second. Adolf Hitler was a fascist. Now fascists, this is a very interesting thing. The fascists, I'll talk about Adolf Hitler for a second. Adolf Hitler was a fascist. Now fascists, this is a very interesting thing. The fascists are a left-wing ideology. Academia tried to rebrand them as right-wing. But let's break it down. Fascism under Adolf Hitler and others was pro-big government, was for the government having a control of corporations. Adolf Hitler's Nazis started Volkswagen, and they partnered with BMW and essentially ran them, but so it was a quasi-socialist system they had with business. They were pro-big government, they were pro-big taxes. Hitler was the first guy to make abortion legal in Germany. So they were pro-abortion, they were pro-gun control. They instituted socialized medicine, another left-wing policy. They instituted free higher education, including free university, paid for by the government, socialized. Now, once again, you could like that or not, but on nearly every policy, they were left-wing. Also, Adolf Hitler was obsessed with race. Does that sound like either political party these days? That's right. In his case, he was anti-Jew, but he was obsessed with race, and that's very much the Democrat Party of today. Today's Republicans do not want DEI. They do not want race to define you. They do not. They agree with Martin Luther King in saying that it's the content of your character, not your skin tone, that should be what matters. But that's, yeah, let's see, how else was, did I say gun control? Adolf Hitler instituted gun control. Does that sound like the right or the left? Who wants gun control? That's right, so fascists always want gun control. Oh, also fascists, here's 2 other things. Fascists instituted limits on freedom of speech, severe limits. And that's pretty much the Democrat Party. They have tried to shut things down, censor voices, cancel people, which is the exact opposite. Basically what they did to Donald Trump, not anything that Donald Trump did. And last but not, 2 last things. Also, Adolf Hitler wrote extensively he was against capitalism. Which party is against capitalism, the left or the right, or which side? Yeah, so once again, fascism is a left-wing ideology. And last but not least, if you read the writings of Adolf Hitler and his thoughts on Nazism and fascism, they constantly stress that the collective is more important than the individual. So if you agree, oh, somebody said, where are you? So I'm trying to look at these comments. I'm just learning this stuff. I'm at 7th Avenue and 26th Street. Right, it's called 7th in this area is called Fashion Avenue. So it's where a lot of the fashion business is located. Also, it's near the Fashion Institute of Technology, which was the home base, I believe, for Project Runway. So yeah, that's where I am. Yeah, so I don't know, I got a little off track, but basically Hitler instituted gun control, which was a very left-wing thing to do, the opposite of what the Republican Party does. And if I didn't say it, yeah, he supported the collective in his writings over the individual. So collective, the good of the collective was more important, repeatedly said this, over the rights of the individual. So basically, which party supports the rights of the individual, which party supports gun freedom. You know, you're going to see basically fascism by every reasonable metric is a left-wing ideology. The only exception, and I'll be fair, the only one way that I would say that fascism has in common with has in common with the right is fascism, even though it's a left-wing ideology, very much stressed patriotism, as do some other left-wing ideas, other dictators such as Fidel Castro and so on. But Hitler did stress patriotism, and the right did stress patriotism and nationalism. And I would say to that, like, nationalism is fine if your country is good, and nationalism and patriotism is bad if your country is bad. So I wouldn't say that patriotism isn't something that's bad writ large. It's just something depends what you're a patriot about. If you're patriotic about Fidel Castro as he kills his own citizens, or if you're patriotic about any group or support someone like Che Guevara, who has a history of murder and rape, many rapes by Che Guevara. But yeah, it's funny, you see these women wearing these Che shirts, and they claim to be feminists, but the guy was a profligate, did I say that right? A profligate rapist. All right, we're getting closer to the stuff. Here's a sign. So anyway, yeah, here's the sign. We are not Antifa, we are anti-fascist. As I said to some other lady, like, you can call yourself anti-fascist, but if you support left-wing violence, that's it doesn't make you good. Like, we're all against fascism. It's just if you calling yourself anti-fascist, it's like I said to this lady. I could call myself, hey, I'm pro-puppy. I love puppies. But if I'm the kind of person that goes around killing puppies, that doesn't mean I can't just say, oh, well, I call myself Mr. Puppy Lover. Doesn't make sense. So yeah, there's a lady saying, I love America and I'm Antifa. Anyway, one thing I've noticed, there's a couple people dancing, there's some annoying music, but even in the dancing thing, look at these people. They are so mopey. I mean, here's somebody watching them that's having fun. But that's one of the rare smiles. Okay, we're supposed to be excited by these people. This is kind of one thing I'm talking about. There's lots of left-wing violence. Oh, here we go. Climate change is real. Trump's hair is fake. I mean, I would say Trump has had some hair plugs, but climate change does happen on that topic. Climate change does happen, but there is no need to be alarmed. It's not a problem. The climate has always changed. Oh, by the way, here's an old lady. So many liberal old ladies here. It's crazy. Literally, the better name for this is not no kings. It's more like, yes, old ladies. No cuts to health care. I mean, unfortunately, like Donald Trump or not, he has increased Medicare spending. Honestly, I think it's too much at the moment. We do need some serious cuts. We need to bring in Doge. But for political reasons, or who knows why, but probably mostly political considerations, Donald Trump has supported large cuts. Not a Freudian slip, but it's more like what I want to slip. So yeah, we do need to cut Medicaid, Medicare, all that sort of socialized stuff, because our health care system is broken, but it's not broken because we don't spend enough. It's broken because we don't spend wisely. Crimes, lies, incompetence, corruption. I don't know, it just gets so tedious. I'm going to stop here for a second and just look at these people. Now, it could be a weird anomaly, but just watch these people walking by. Like everybody, like nobody's really happy. This is not like a happy, joyous group of people. This is just very dour group. I see some masks. When I see a mask, I always assume that that person is planning to possibly do some violence. Oh, I love this. The American flag. Now, these people hate America so much. All they do is complain about America. but they were instructed to have, bring their American flags here, and it's kind of like a live action role play, LARP, where they pretend to be patriots just because they feel it's a better look. But this is classic propaganda. Anyway, I don't know what they're saying. Oh, they're saying healthcare is under attack. Stand up, fight back. That's what it's. So tedious. Honestly, all this anti-Trump stuff. I mean, I'm happy to show you guys the thing, but these are just mopey people, mostly older liberals, a few younger people, but mostly older liberals, mostly older white liberals. And they're just kind of mopey, sort of a mopey vibe here. Like, not that everyone has to be happy, but it's just like, I don't know, it just feels like one big virtue show or one big obligatory thing. Oh, and then speaking of the live action role play, here's the thing. This is the new thing. And they think, oh, by the way, this poor guy, he thought he could sell some Palestinian flags, but they were just instructed. They were instructed, no, don't do your Palestinian flags here today. Even though obviously they love Palestine and they hate Israel and they hate the Jews and they hate Trump supporters. Basically, the list of people they hate is more than the list of people they like. I don't even really know who they like. They like Mamdani, I guess, and I don't know. I don't even know who else. They don't even like Obama anymore, the left. Like, he's not pure enough. They don't like Hillary Clinton anymore. They used to love her. They don't love, they don't, I talked to a guy, they don't like Joe Biden anymore. They don't like Kamala anymore. It's like, unless you're super hardcore leftist, like unless you're AOC or Bernie or Mamdani, they don't even like you. Uh-oh, here's some more anti-Trump whiners. Yeah, it's just so mopey. So anyway, this is a little bit more. I think we're going to get to we're at 18th Street. I think at 14th Street is where it ends. I'm not sure. For you guys that don't know New York, it ends at either Union Square Park, which is at 14th Street, or it might go down to Washington Square Park, which is, where is Washington Square Park? Washington Square Park is, on like 4th Street. That's by NYU, New York University. So I think it'll end somewhere around there. All right, yeah, so look at these little dinosaur people. So this is the new thing. They wear dinosaur costumes or frog costumes to protest. And that way, when the protests get violent, the left string and legacy media won't show the actual violence. They'll just show these sort of silly people, having fun. Oh, look. And then if ICE or any group does arrest the actual violent people, the media will just show the dinosaurs, or the people in frog costumes, inflatable costumes. And then the narrative will be like, oh, look, ICE, or look, the government or the police. The police made all these arrests, but it was just silly people in dinosaur costumes, as if those two things can't coexist. As if silly people in dinosaur costumes can't also exist alongside violent protesters. In fact, they
Backing up there. Slow down.
Oh, slow down. It's backing up. There could be something. Anyway, and it's not even that they can coexist. It's the inflatable dinosaur costume, inflatable frog costume people that that are there specifically as cover for actual bad intent. So hey, will there be any violence here today? I don't know. Do I want there to be any violence? No, of course not. If there is any violence, will I try to cover it? Yeah, of course. But as a journalist, I pretty much try to stay out of it. Oh, by the way, this is an interesting thing. Obviously, it's just a little joke. I'm not so uptight, but it says bite Trump on the dog. Bite Trump. And haha, funny joke, but they really, even in their jokes, they're calling for violence. So Am I worried that the dog is going to bite Trump? No, of course not. But yeah. Am I worried? No, but just like that's all they do. They call for violence, and yet they paint the right as violent. Meanwhile, who shot the healthcare CEO? A leftist. Who shot Donald Trump in the head? A left-wing protester. Who? Also, we talk about Donald Trump being shot in the head. There was Corey Compatore, who was shot at that same rally and died, and there were 2 other men who were shot and survived. So a leftist at the Donald Trump speech in Butler, Pennsylvania, did shoot 4 people, killing 1 and seriously injuring 2 others, 2 other Trump supporters, and then of course minorly injuring Donald Trump, but obviously a millimeter away from killing him had the bullet gone a little bit closer toward the head. And then there was the healthcare CEO killed by a leftist. There was Charlie Kirk recently killed by the leftist. There were 2 transgender mass shooters, one who shot up a school and killed a bunch of children about a year ago, and another one who shot up a church a couple months ago. So yeah, there is an epidemic of left-wing violence, but they say, and all their rhetoric, and it's not just these few people that killed someone. It's the thousands, or maybe even millions of leftists and liberals in America and around the world that cheer this sort of thing. We all saw them cheer, or say that they were disappointed when Donald Trump was shot and didn't die. They expressed disappointment. They actually expressed joy when a healthcare CEO was shot by a leftist. They expressed even more joy at the death of Charlie Kirk. Oh, so I guess, we're at the end of the march. So I don't know what's going to happen here, but I might talk to some people. Why not? Oh, here's a soapbox guy. Let's take a. You guys have listened to me enough. Let's hear what's happening on the soapbox. Somebody, here's the soapbox. Let's hear what they have to say. Oh, here's a guy playing bass that literally reminds me of when I used to go to a concert and they'd be like, "Here comes the bass solo." That was the cue to go to the bathroom.
All right, this is my soapbox. I want you to know that liberalism is always radical. If they say it's not, they're fucking neoliberals because that's the fucking bullshit. Liberalism is always radical. Read John Dewey. We need to reclaim liberalism.
Could you imagine
Do not allow the neoliberals to co-opt the
this
radical aspects
was
of any fucking movement.
your girlfriend? Could you imagine?
Fuck neoliberalism. Fuck capitalism. Thank you.
Could you imagine if that was your girlfriend? Oh my God. No matter how good the sex was. Okay, so this is the kind of guy that covers his face that he's going to get violent later.
I'm here to say
that I'm gay.
That the basis of an anti-fascist resistance is community-rooted.
Anti-fascist resistance?
I'm here today.
I thought Antifa didn't exist.
Together and unite.
All right, let's listen.
Because that is the only way we can fight against an oppressive government that is limiting our rights.
Why do they always look like this?
You truly, truly care about fighting this incoming regime.
This is a perfect costume, a dunce cap.
Do something in your neighborhood, in
Oh.
your borough,
Oh,
in your
boy.
community. Only then.
Do you think this guy has a job?
Decided to fight this monster.
What are the odds? Oh, that's it. Okay. Let's see where these people are going. The parade is.
Don't let your confusion stop you from getting on the soapbox.
Let's listen to the dunce.
You have the soapbox. We all have the soapbox. It is our God-given right to get up on it and to shout at everyone. I am up here. I'm speaking and I'm alive too.
this,
Come on.
is this
Tell me what you think.
is this edgy?
Come up here, somebody, please take this thing from me. Tell me something, because I'm confused. I don't know where I am.
All right. This is. I mean, I appreciate the effort.
I'm scared of shit, and I don't want to be scared anymore.
Why are you scared?
With the righteous, there's nothing to be afraid of. That's all I got. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, there you go. Soapbox. All right, I'm bored with the soapbox, so we're gonna move on. We're heading down. We're on for those that know New York City. Maybe you used to live here. Maybe you still live here. This is New York City. This is 14th Street. I'm walking. I'm between. I'm at 7th Avenue and I'm walking east towards 6th Avenue. So here's somebody with a "fuck Trump" sign and an upside down American flag. I can't blame. I don't mind upside down American flag as a form of protest. But I mean, here comes the ambulance. Because that's how I felt when Joe Biden was president. All right. Fascism is still very. Still very bad, says that sign. Oh, yeah, let's look at some of these mopey liberal people here. I like my democracy neat, no ice. Super callous, fragile, racist, lying, blah, blah, blah. It's just so tedious. It's all the same stupid messages. Oh, there's the crazy girl. Looking at her closer. Look, first of all, I'm no hunk, let me tell you, but she did have great teeth, which is kind of a turn off. But really, honestly, her attitude, her leftist attitude. So yeah, anyway, I'm walking from 7th Avenue towards 6th, and then comes 5th Avenue, and then I think right after that is Union Square Park, where people are sort of hanging out. Here are some liberal ladies with sore feet, one of them having a "I hate Trump" sweatshirt. Yeah, lots. Here's the lady. I don't know. What do you want me to say, guys? These people are so mopey and depressed. I don't know. What do you guys think of the No Kings protests? Do you think these protesters look happy? Once I get to the park, by the way, I'll stop and talk to some of them again like I did before. Here are the police that Mom Dami wants to defund. By the way, if you guys don't live in New York City, holy shit, is it a shit hole. It is a terrible city. And worst of all, you just pay so much in taxes. Now, I have a job I love, and it's a job I have to show up in person. And it's a job that's located in Manhattan. So I bought a little tiny condo. I live here. It's my home for now. One day I hope to get out. But yeah, the city is full of crime. It's just full of retarded left-wing attitudes that are super unpleasant. It's full of, and I've lived here on and off for 20 years, so, I'm no tourist. My parents were actually born and raised in Jackson Heights, Queens, which is part of New York. So I was coming here when I was a little kid. But luckily, I had a chance to grow up partly in Texas and partly in Washington, D.C., so I've seen other places. But having said that, yeah, New York City is a shithole. They're about to elect a fucking communist as mayor, an anti-American communist. Look at this, protect Tish James sign. Now that's crazy. But anyway, why would you want to protect her? I mean, she's guilty. I mean, really, she's guilty of mortgage fraud, or she's guilty of mortgage fraud, but really I would say she's more guilty of just trying to use lawfare to go after, take a presidential candidate out of the race. I mean, if you look at all the lawfare cases against Donald Trump, then, he was facing a lifetime in jail. They tried to jail him for the rest of his life just to take him out of the presidential race. So that is sort of beyond the pale when it comes to political dirty tricks. but they say they're the party of democracy. They also, remember, they tried to take Donald Trump off of the ballot in Colorado. They tried to remove the people's choice, the candidate that the people chose off of the ballot in Colorado, one of our states. And they tried in other states too, but that was the most egregious example. But anyway, yeah, once I get locked in, or once I get to this Union Square Park, we'll talk to a few people before we wrap it up for the day. But yeah, I'm just gonna turn around for a second and just show you the people, because it's so low energy, it's so mopey. This is the exact same energy that took place last No Kings protest. So just look at this thing, Burglar King, have it his way. They're all so proud of themselves with their little stupid signs. But they're not even they don't create these signs. They just recycle the same old quote, jokes, unquote, But it's nothing original, nothing smart. I mean, the left used to be the party of creativity, but now it's so uncreative, it's so unoriginal, it's so brain dead, it's so NPC. There's so little original thought. I mean, you would think that in the aftermath of Trump bringing peace to the Middle East, pretty big deal, and Trump meeting with Zelensky yesterday and having trying to bring peace to Ukraine, and also having ended 7 other wars before the creating peace in the Middle East, ending the Gaza or the Hamas-Israeli war. You would think that there'd be some notice of this. Anyway, I just wanted to show you, they would notice it, but you think there'd be some acknowledgement of that. But no, of course not. Just Trump bad, Trump Nazi, Trump Hitler, bad, orange man bad. This is what democracy looks like. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. Hands off our health care. 9, Trump, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to show you how mopey and dopey and just sort of low energy. These people, they must know on some level that this is ridiculous. They must know that, Donald Trump in no way, shape, or form is a threat to them. He's not a king. He's not a dictator. He's not a monarch. He's just the president who's trying, what did he do? Let's see. He brought peace to the Middle East. He secured our border. He's deporting illegal aliens, okay. But even then, he's deported less in his first year than Obama did. Obama deported more illegal aliens, and also, it's not a dictator move to deport people that are not citizens that are in your country illegally. Anyway, we don't have to do that. You could say, I don't like the tariff policy, and maybe the jury's out on that. I sort of like it. I see the rationale behind it. I hope they're able to pull it off. But either way, it's not a dictator move. In no way is Donald Trump restricting speech. If anything, he's expanding it. In no way is Donald Trump cracking down or stopping those that protest against him. If anything, he's allowing it. If anything, during his first term, he was way too lenient in the way he allowed the Antifa protests in Portland and the George Floyd BLM murder riots to go on for 10 months. I mean, he should have sent in the National Guard and cracked down. But I guess he was just sort of, I don't know what he was, but he definitely did not crack down on them to the level that he should have. So yeah, so once again, I keep saying it, but it's just sort of a low energy vibe here. Oh, look at this. I only pointed it out. It's the majority report, I think. Anyway, some left-wing show. But yeah, so here we go. We're almost at the landing pad, as it were. We're about a half a block from Union Square West, which puts us on the corner of Union Square and 14th Street. At the corner of the new school, for those that care about that. Here's one. Jews say stop arming Israel. So they must be happy. But of course they're not. They're here protesting. Here's some bubbles. Here's a bubble man. Yeah, I sort of don't want to interrupt the Jews. America is scary. Oh, what's scary about it? Oh, they won't say. So here's some people. So yeah, I'll ask this lady. Oh, hi. I just want to say you must be happy. We got a ceasefire, right?
Do we have a ceasefire?
There's a ceasefire right now.
Well, there's still Palestinians being murdered, and there's still Palestinians jailed, and there's still apartheid, and there's still an occupation. And so, you know, the day of the ceasefire, many more Gazans got killed. So, you know, I think...
But are you happy with the peace deal that Donald Trump negotiated?
Listen, it's not about me. It's not about me being happy. It's about when will Palestine be free? When will Palestinians and Gazans be allowed to be in their land without the state of Israel terrorizing them with U.S. tax dollars? So
they're still preventing all food, medicine, clean water from entering. I mean, and they're still kicking Palestinians out of their land. I mean, it's brutally.
I'm not taking a side, but I will say
it's important that the bombing stop. I think that
that's a good first step, right?
it is very, very important that the bombing and that the genocide and that the murder of Palestinians stop. And a lot more needs to happen. And the U.S. has to stop funding the state of Israel, and Israel has to stop the occupation, the apartheid. They have to stop taking land that is not theirs. They have to let Palestinians return. My grandparents were Holocaust survivors. They're German Jews, right? And we were taught never again for anyone. And what we have seen is them weaponize our history, right? The survival of Jews and those who were lost to the Holocaust, and use that to continue a terrible, terrible genocide and the oppression of Palestinian people in their land. And this is not about Jewish safety. It's never been about Jewish safety. And so, you know, yes, it is a relief that the bombing has stopped. But the reality is you have Palestinians being murdered every day still. You have reporters still being murdered, and you don't see the food and you don't see the food and the aid coming in yet. What's happening?
And they're left with an infrastructure that is completely destroyed. Completely destroyed. So now we need money to help rebuild and get all these families homes and food and sanitation. I mean, you can't just leave them now continuing to die. That's what's happening.
And I think it's safe to say that both on the right and the left, we acknowledge that Netanyahu did want the war to go on, and Trump did pressure him to have this ceasefire. Should Donald Trump get credit?
No, Donald Trump and Netanyahu are both criminals and deserve to be arrested, and much more happened to them. I mean, they're both terrible, terrible, evil, evil men who tried to exterminate an entire population.
Wait, Donald Trump tried to exterminate an entire population?
Well, he's funded this entire thing. He wanted to make the Gaza Strip the U.S. territory for tourists. He wanted to make it a resort. He's a terrible, and look at ICE. Look what he's doing.
Well, just staying on this, but did Donald Trump fund Israel more than Obama, for example?
No, there's a long history of the U.S. funding occupation and apartheid in the West Bank and in Gaza. The U.S. as a country has been using our tax dollars for decades and decades to fund what's going on there. And so, no, the U.S. is responsible. Israel's responsible, the U.S. is responsible. I'm glad to see that the bombing has stopped, and it's not enough. There's a lot more that needs to happen, and I hope it does. And I hope that in my lifetime, we get to see a free Palestine.
So I'm just here to listen, but I'll give you the final word. Any final thoughts?
No, peace. Let's stop terrorizing all people, Palestinians, black and brown people in the United States. ICE needs to be crushed. We need to have justice, and people deserve freedom and dignity to live in peace and safety here and in Palestine and abroad.
If we crush ICE, what do we do with the illegals, the 15 million that are here? Do they get to stay?
The illegals that get to stay, yes, they get to stay.
Okay, cool. Okay.
We need their help.
Okay.
And many of them are refugees, and they deserve support and a safe place to live.
Do you want to say something? Oh, hi.
Stop arming Israel. And read my song.
So stop. Okay. Yeah. No. Nobody's in favor of. You said stop bombing Israel.
Stop arming Israel.
Arming,
No,
okay.
not
Oh.
bombing.
So I was
No,
asking,
this is what I
I think your thing's gonna block it, but why don't you tell me what it says?
It says ceasefire now.
So you must love that we have a ceasefire now. Thanks to Donald
we
Trump.
need more.
Okay, but you have to admit, Donald Trump pressuring Netanyahu to get a ceasefire.
Come here.
Do you give Donald Trump credit for that?
No. Not at all. He just wanted to get the hostages out, and after that, everything will fall apart. That's all. He just wants the accolades for himself. He doesn't want it for anybody else. He doesn't care about the hostages. He doesn't care about people. He only cares about himself. And all of that will fall right apart after he got what he wanted. That's it. And he just wanted that so people would think he did it. He stopped a war, like he said he stopped 7 wars, which is an absolute lie, which is everything he says is an absolute lie.
And how do you rate him compared to Joe Biden and the way he gave Israel money?
I didn't like that either.
Okay. And speaking of final question, although obviously you could jump in.
This is my daughter.
Oh, howdy. I'll go to you in a second, but I just want to get
And
your
this
mom.
is why we need this too, because she has an antibody deficiency.
Okay.
So vaccines save her life.
And there's mixed feelings. That's anecdotal. My sister was killed by a vaccine. Not to drop a bomb on you, but she died as it was. She got the vaccine and died.
Which vaccine did she get?
The measles vaccine. So there are.
That must have been a long time ago.
1968. She got the measles vaccine and died that night.
Well.
But anyway, so there. But I support
I
vaccines.
had the measles and could have died.
But also, I support vaccines. I'm a little bit questionable on mRNA vaccines. Anyway. But I just want to get your final thoughts on.
Well, you see what it says here, registered nurse.
Yeah, I support vaccines. I've gotten my vaccines. I love that.
Without vaccines, she couldn't live.
What do you? So, final question to you then. What do you think of the work RFK Jr. is doing to help take mercury out of vaccines?
Are you kidding me? Are you really kidding me? Asking me that.
Your thoughts, yeah.
RFK knows absolutely nothing. He has no degree. He doesn't know anything about medicine. I worked in medicine for 25 years. He knows nothing. Nothing. He's not coming from any source of knowledge. There is no knowledge. He has kicked out everyone who had any knowledge. So now there is no knowledge left. None.
So
None.
let me just one question for you. Howdy. Not in our name. So what's your thoughts on the ceasefire?
I'm good, actually. Thank you. We're going to head out.
Okay,
All right, well,
sorry.
thank you for talking to you.
Thank you.
Elias, a lot of minders here. They don't let people talk to the media. But anyway, here's a bubble. Here's a bubble. All right, so anyway, I don't know. You know, that's a nice old lady, but they're all just kind of brainwashed about Donald Trump. Nice old lady, but they're all just kind of brainwashed about Donald Trump. Doing a little more coverage, talking to a few more people. It's interesting, I talked to those people at Israel. Yeah, they just will not give Donald Trump credit. He literally brought peace to the Middle East. He brought a ceasefire. The woman had a ceasefire now shirt. I said, are you happy? She said, no. She's still not happy. Like, no matter what you do, these people are not happy. We pay taxes to the Epstein client list. The first time I ever heard a liberal complain about paying taxes, they normally love taxes. They live for taxes. They're all about taxes. Here's somebody from the UAW. I don't know what that has to do with no kings. But anyway, here we are. We're in the madness. We're in Washington Square Park, the landing zone for this cuckoo crazy leftist parade. Honestly, it's kind of annoying talking to these liberals. I might just find a few to talk to and then wrap it up, guys. But yeah, let's see. Let's go into Union Square, the famous Union Square, the place known for, the place known for protest movement. There used to be back in the, even I think as late as the 1890s or turn of the century, there used to be like union rallies or union speeches. People would do the stereotypical, or I don't know if that's the word, but they would do the protest here. Oh, by the way, look, it's Che Guevara, a known rapist. The man had a known history of raping women, but these people that are supposedly pro-feminists are holding a Che Guevara flags. So yeah, let me see if I can get to this person. Hands off Venezuela. No more wars. Oh. Make America not racist for the first time. So yeah, so the mask comes off a little bit. So yeah, so every once in a while they show you where they really, what they really think. Donald Trump go to hell? Donald Trump go to hell. It's a right to rebel. Marco Rubio go to hell. That's a new one. Marco, you're making the right enemies. All right. All right. All right. Oh, sorry. All right. Well, here's the guy with the Che banner. Yeah, I don't know if this is the place to interview people, but here's some sort of Charlie Kirk wannabe doing an interview. Let's see what he has to say. I have that same Bluetooth. Not that it matters, but I'm like, oh, that looks like mine.
You should expect people to be upset. And that these reactions are happening from these people, it doesn't prove that the people on the left...
I'm going to try to get another angle of this. All right, yeah. Whenever you see the people like that with masks on, you know that they might be up.
No. A Cenobite, that's from hell right now.
All right, let's see if we can get to this debate, this spirited debate. Let's see what's going on. All right, so we don't know what these guys are saying, but I feel like well, let's see. Oh yeah, look, they're trying to. If you have a right-wing opinion, they hold a sign up to. Yeah, they.
That's exactly what debate needs to be. That's exactly how things should be. I'm really not here to say. I'm here to ask people questions. When I'm asking people questions like, does a king need an election? Does he need swing states in order to become a king? Some people answer it, but some people get upset. They realize that the question starts to say.
Honestly, guys, I'm a little bit bored with this. So let's move on. Let's see if we can find something a little more interesting. Yeah, so I don't know. What are your thoughts on all these people? Everybody looks so mopey and depressed. There's a Peter Dinklage lookalike. There's this guy. I don't know if he's a protester. Here's a common type here, the elderly liberal lady. Here's some more dirty hippie types. Oh, here's another. Yeah, it's not like the happiest, most joyful people I've seen. Here's a bunch of things. Yeah, they're all just sort of the same things. They're very little original thoughts or ideas here. But yeah, what do you think? If you like Trump, fuck you too. It's okay to be gay, gay and proud of it, not ashamed. Full of lies. Hey, I don't hate straight. Give me a break. Oh, look, a Kamala. Yeah, what else? Calm, 20 hairs, 24, Allah. Yeah, so, sorry, girls, I'm gay. Stop the oligarchy. All right, so yeah, this is kind of it. Another low energy, low key, sort of depressing thing. Oh, here's a guy dressed up like a king. You look like a king. I heard there's no kings allowed today.
I mean, I'm not opposed to kings. It's got to be the right king. It's got to be people's elected that king. And the king, a good king, is for the greater good.
And what if a king is elected by the people, but you think he's bad? What should be done?
You have to ask the person why he thinks he's bad. What is the king doing wrong that's not servicing the people? A king is a true king is given the power because the people respect and honor him to do the right thing for the people.
Hey, so some people here are saying Donald Trump is a king. Do you think that's true, or is that a bit ridiculous?
What people here is saying that.
I mean, this whole movement is no kings.
No kings.
Yeah. I mean,
Donald Trump is an example. All right. Yeah. Put it this way.
I'm here to listen. Go
yeah,
ahead.
no. Put it this
go.
way. Our political system, the president is just an anonym for king.
Short-term king.
Yeah. Elected by the people, though. I'm okay with elected by the people. Like, a good king is elected by the people. A good king is elected by the people. A bad king is someone who uses the people, abuses the power for self-interest.
So by your definition, and I'm just asking for clarification, you said a good king is one that's elected by the people. So would Donald Trump be considered a good king?
You're under the assumption that he was elected in a fair election.
Do you think the election was not fair?
I believe that there was manipulation within the system as it stands, as it works right now. People manipulate the way system as it stands to get an advantage for themselves. I believe the system is broken. I believe our government is broken. Donald Trump just proves he exemplifies and he provides emphasis on how bad the system is broken. We assume that the people that we elect are going to do the right thing when they're in office. Donald Trump understood how broken the system is, and he's abusing how broken the system is. And it's clear as day how broken the system is because he's able to get away with everything he's getting away with.
So what policies do you think he's done that's harmed America?
What policies?
Yeah. I'm just asking. I mean, just one.
The fact that all right, something as simple as taking Republican states' National Guard and sending them to Democratic cities because the Democratic cities chose or used their power as a state governing to disregard them using their own National Guard against its citizens. Donald Trump had to go as far as use Republican states' National Guard and send them into Democratic cities. Something as simple as that. And that's just the bare minimum of what he's done. That's just something off the top of the amount of things he's done, firing who he wanted to, he's firing people who are against him. He's attacking all his political opponents, anything that's against him, anybody's in power, FBI, CIA, he's firing heads of state who've have years of experience just because they don't agree with his policies or agree with his movement. He's firing them and putting people that are loyal, whether they have experience or not. Kash Patel is the head of FBI. Come on, the head of the FBI right now. You can't say that he is fit for that position. He is clearly incompetent, clearly a sycophant of anything that has to do with saving Donald Trump's image, which is his images.
Well, we all know just on that, the FBI has been corrupt. They spied on Martin Luther King. They infiltrated civil rights group. I mean, the FBI has done that for decades. They were an evil organization. So to shake it up, even if you put in a sycophant, if it's not part of the deep state establishment, could that be a good thing?
Say that again?
Saying if you put in someone that's not part of the deep state establishment, that's not part of the intelligence.
Somebody is 100% is deeper. He's not even part of the deep state. He's just, all he is.
But isn't that good that he's not part of the deep state? I think that's a plus.
So you think Kash Patel's doing a good job?
I think he's doing better than the crooks that were in there before, because the crooks there before were, and the same with the way the CIA was run, conducting secret wars in foreign countries.
He's still doing it.
Not to the FBI. You just said he's incompetent. So even if that's true and he is incompetent, isn't it? I'd rather have an incompetent person. Yeah, I'm mixing my metaphor, but let's just stay on the FBI. They've done a lot of evil stuff, and they've killed American citizens, of course.
Yeah.
So I would rather have someone that's not part of that system, even if he's less skilled, to try to shake things up and to kick out all those career.
Even if that person has a blind loyalty for a negative.
Once, and you could inform me, but I haven't seen any policy come out of Kash Patel's FBI that is harmful. What?
He won't release. He's not releasing the Epstein files.
Well, that's Pam Bondi that has them, so that's not the FBI. That's the DOJ.
They're all under the same umbrella.
Well, I think everyone can agree. Even Marjorie Taylor Greene says release the Epstein files.
Huh?
Even Marjorie Taylor Greene is saying to release the Epstein files.
Yes, honestly, I've always had a, negative viewpoint on Marjorie Taylor Greene, but her stance on the trying to get to the bottom of the truth of the matter recently, her stance, her staunch stance on just not giving a fuck about what, just going with the party and wanting to get to the actual truth has actually made me somewhat of a fan of her. Like, the courage that she's shown, as little as it, like, what she's done is very minimal compared, like, honestly, in truth, the only reason that she's been so gung-ho about her stance is because she's been affected by it. Her children have been affected by it. If it wasn't for that she's she's actually feeling the effects of, the current administration, I don't know if she would have the same position, because it's affecting her now and her family. She has a will and a position to fight what's going on.
So on the Epstein file, they say both sides seem that there's some common ground. So perhaps that's an area we can build from. And since I'm here to listen, if you have any final thoughts, please share them. Otherwise, thank you for your
final
time.
Thoughts on
anything. Just you want to put a button on your amazing interview?
Our system is broken. It's been broken for a long time. Donald Trump just happens to be a person who's brazen enough to expose how broken our system is. Our system needs reform. Capitalism is an evil. People don't realize it, and the powers that be put capitalism as on this high pedestal, and the people who are in power also put all this propaganda out to, demonify socialism, and they're so quick to be like communist. But when you get down to the true root of what true communism is for the greater good. In its purest form, communism is for the greater good. I'm not a,
Even though, obviously, the ideal is one thing, but in practice, 100 million people have died under communism. Is that a problem?
yes, but
100 million.
what were the powers that were responsible? What were the powers that were responsible behind that?
Well, 50 million died in China under Mao, so that's Mao. About 20 million died under USSR. A million died under Pol Pot.
But they're negative powers in control of the communism.
Yeah, of course, in a utopia, but as a system, it doesn't. It's a nice idea. It hasn't worked yet.
And that's human error. That's human error.
But capitalism is designed to take human error and selfishness into effect and make the best. I was going to show you the sign, and then I really will let you have the last word. No, it's gone. But there's a guy who had Che Guevara poster. Now, I studied Che Guevara to some degree. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but he has a well-documented history of raping women. So I don't understand why people.
Would you say that's communism?
No, but I'm saying, like, these are really bad men. But, like, people freak out that Donald Trump said the word pussy once, but then they'll hold up a Che Guevara poster. I'm not saying you would.
Like, the fact that this man is so hiding, trying to run away, deflect from the obvious fact that he's been and he's in the Epstein files. He's in them. Like, it's ridiculous.
Well, he knew Epstein, so of course nobody's denying he's in them. He did kick Jeffrey Epstein out of the Mar-a-Lago club because Epstein was hitting.
He's still an employee.
Because he tried to underage female employee tried to take her away, say work for me, and he said
that happened.
And then Donald Trump was get the fuck out of my club.
All right.
I mean, wouldn't you if you had a business and some guy came in and was trying to lure young women away?
So you're saying that Donald Trump has no that he's all right. So what you're saying is that because Epstein was trying to lure young women away from Donald Trump.
Not away from Donald Trump. They were employees of his club, which is different than luring them away from him. They worked in the gift shop and whatnot, in the golf shop rather. And he came up to them, hey, you guys are really cute. Why don't you come work for me? And he was like, get the fuck out of my club when he heard about it. So there are many complaints about Donald Trump, but the way he kicked Jeffrey Epstein out of his club is not one of them, in my opinion.
That's not even that's just what's being reported. The real reason Donald Trump and Epstein had a fallout was over a real estate deal.
I've never heard that, but I don't know what your inside info. Anyway, honestly, I could see your friend is like, come on, bro, we got shit to do. So I will literally give you the last word.
The reason why they had if you
like in a good, friendly way, he's saying, let's get a move on it.
The reason why they had a fallout.
Oh, okay.
Was because they had a battle over a real estate deal in Florida. Epstein invited Trump to a thing to ask for his opinion on a piece of real estate property. He heard about the bid that Jeffrey was putting on it. Donald Trump outbid him secretly and took the property that Epstein was looking to buy, and took it from him, like sneakily, and ended up outbidding him and taking the property that Epstein was on. That's the reason why they had a fallout.
All right, I just got to go because also my buddy's texting me. But no, I think I gave you. Yeah, I'll look into it, and also I appreciate your time, Your Majesty. I'm just teasing you too. Yeah, I'm just teasing. Yeah.
I wasn't given the title king. People elected me, and that's the difference.
Yeah.
I've been called a king. I don't want the title. I've been called a king by my friends, family. It's because what I do for my friends and family, and I'm for the greater good.
Yeah.
A person who's for the greater good and gives more than they take.
Well, either way, I'm glad I saw your costume and made a little joke and talked to you, and thank you for your time.
I'm sorry for blessings.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, let's just look at the crowd. Let's see what they're doing. All right, so yeah, let's just look at the crowd. Let's see what they're doing. something. I don't know what this is. Here's a fight between two Jewish people. I don't know what they're talking about. Let's see if we get. Oh, excuse me.
Etymology of the word Jew. Find that out. Start finding out the etymology of the shit you're saying.
I understand you.
Then you come to an understanding.
It doesn't matter if we have that or not. No, but we should understand we have ancestors on our side. But at the end of the day, Qatar, $400 million jet to Donald Trump. Come on. So don't talk about Qatar again, motherfucker.
Oh, she was angry.
They're about to go at it for a name they don't understand.
I don't know what you guys were talking about, but I like that you were standing up for yourself. I appreciate
Okay, thank you, but I prefer not to be filmed, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm just
because I
filming
know
everybody, but
people
yeah.
now with the media, they just crop things, and I don't like it when they don't see the picture. Thank you.
All right, so yeah. I don't know what she was talking about. What do you think of these people? Sort of as eccentric types, huh? I don't know what's going on. Oh, let's take a little bit of a walk. A little bit of a walk. A little bit of a walk. Oh, look, there's an elderly liberal lady with her liberal daughter. Oh, here's one of these dinosaurs. All right. Yeah, let's just go into the park for a moment and see what's going on. All right. Let's see what's going on inside the park. Heil to the creep. We fought a revolution to get rid of kings. That old sign. All right. Oh, here's some of these speakers. Oh, here's some signs. Things are so bad, even the introverts are protesting. There's a guy. So we'll just do a little loop right here at the park where people are doing their thing after the protest. I'm about to meet another streamer here. Let's see what he has to say. Yeah, so I guess here's a good point to wrap it up. So yeah, so a lot of people just sort of angry, but not really even that angry, just sort of emotional. This is like an emotionally flat kind of protest, you know? Like everyone just sort of shuffled like they're a bunch of zombies. Oh, this person thinks they're so clever. I was taught to use my word, blah, blah, blah. So tedious spells Donald Trump. So yeah. So there you go. That's where we're at. Here's more protesters and just some regular New Yorkers. But yeah, I was told there's a left, or sorry, not a left, the right wing or a centrist, reasonable person here near this area. Let's see if there's anyone. I'm always suspicious when there's like some old guy by himself. who is sitting right by a children's playground. It could just be coincidence, but that's always my thought. Even me, like I know I'm a male of a certain age. If I'm by myself, I will not hang out by a children's playground. Like why? Like what's to be gained? But anyway, all right, well, you know what? I feel like that's sort of enough for now. Like what's to be gained? But anyway, all right, well, you know what? I feel like that's sort of enough for now. Sir, how are you enjoying the protest?
Yes, I was at the protest just for the spectacle to see how many absolutely ridiculous signs the libtards would have. And I was not disappointed. The people live in a totally different reality.
Now, hey, let me ask you, this is my friend, by the way. But hey,
oh, is this live?
Yeah, the live. Hey,
libtard is not an epithet, by the way, guys.
Yeah. No, it's just a morph of two words. Hey, there's something that I talked about. A lot of people noticed, even though this was an anti-Donald Trump protest, it was very low energy. People seem sort of just depressed or sad. What do you think? Not sad, but just low energy and uninspired.
Well, let me tell you this. I've been to this is my third No Kings rally.
My second.
Just for the amusement, purely for that. And I gotta say, this seemed like to me the biggest one compared to the others. And I think it's because the government shutdown. These people have nothing to do. A lot of these are just disgruntled government employees, perhaps. So to me, it seemed a little bit more like a little more life was. They're a little more jazzed about this.
Oh, but as soon as you started talking, somebody sent a big heart. So, so maybe you have a secret admirer. Hey, this is sort of out of left field, but I noticed somebody just over at the speaker's corner had a Che Guevara flag.
Yeah.
And these are supposed to be feminists and stuff, but Che Guevara has a well-documented history of raping women. So what do you think of holding a flag of a rapist at a left-wing convention?
I think you're just reading too deep into it. These people have a minimal understanding of reality. It's mainly the reflection of within. They're just confused. Big, scary billionaire orange man that doesn't talk like their favorite man, Barack Obama. He uses common language.
I just want to show this for a while. There's a lot of flags here, and people sort of LARPing patriotism. Have you noticed that? A lot of just people pretending like they love America for this one day.
Look, I don't want to. I don't want to totally trash these people. They're my fellow Americans, but they're just misguided. Okay. We need to bring them back into the fold. I don't know how we're gonna do it.
How are we gonna do it? You had one thing you could do. If you were an actual king, what would you do?
If I was an actual king,
and you could restore America.
Well,
but you only had one policy.
It would be the policy of great public works.
Do you want to see the speakers?
No. I'm meeting.
I'm wrapping up too.
I'm meeting my friend Troy Olson. Let them meet Troy.
Okay. So we got a special guest coming up.
Yeah.
I'm
producing a guest for you guys.
Wow, your book. So I'll keep his name secret, but this handsome gentleman that I'm talking to is also acting as the booker for this live stream.
So is this
I don't know what 2A means, but
because I know the latest iPhone, you can make it show you.
Oh no, I don't know how to do that yet. So this is just.
Yeah, I know what Northwest is. That's where I am. I see you. What is that, a Heil?
My friend is accusing his friend of. He waved and he said, "What is that, a Heil?" All right. Oh, here's a little wolf dog. Oh, howdy.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
I'm live streaming on TikTok. Do you want to say hi before I sign off?
I'm going to introduce our guest. This is Troy Olson, someone that has a vast knowledge of New York City politics and culture. He has his finger on the pulse. He's an author, blah, blah, blah. Buy his book, The Emerging Populist Majority. Take it away, Troy.
First of all, I got this new sweatshirt that came today, so that was nice.
Well, before we even tell me all this, what kind of reaction have you gotten, or do people even notice?
One guy put his flag in my face and waved it. He's trying to bait me, and obviously I didn't take the bait. I'm smarter than that. I will say, I saw, this is the most amount of American flags I've seen liberals and leftists.
We were just talking about it. No, they've been instructed to LARP to be paid. So for one day, they're not going to hate America because they realize from all the anti-ICE protests, the Mexican flag, the Palestinian flags are bad look. So this is I know this.
I still saw
it's a well orchestrated, but it's a well orchestrated thing to they were told, even if you go to the website of No Kings, they're told to show up as, with American flags and express patriotism and have signs that say "I love America." They just hate Donald Trump.
Ah, okay. Well, so it was LARPing. Well, still better than foreign flags on our soil.
Well, you did see Palestinian flags, and there's a Che Guevara flag over there.
Yep, I did see some of those too. And, it was the usual stuff. This is it's getting boring. It's tired.
Oh my God! All the signs, they're the same goddamn signs that I've been seeing, and also the hey, hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. I mean, they got to come up with something new.
That's why we have elections. You had a chance to beat him last fall. You lost. Last time, at least, you lost the popular vote as well. He swept every swing state, every battleground by quite some margin. And this whole he's got to go, resist, he's got to go. Like, okay, like in what way? You mean like you want to impeach him? Okay, well then go win the midterms. Go win the midterms.
And some people might say that installing Kamala Harris without a single vote cast for her is less democratic than Donald Trump winning the popular vote and the electoral college vote. Your final thoughts, and then we'll wrap this interview up.
Yeah, we have not had a king since 1776. I know that there's another area I think they're LARPing is democracy itself. They're not a democracy party. First of all, we're a constitutional republic, but before splitting hairs here, they are LARPing as pro-democracy people. They lose their minds. They're for democracy only if they win.
Speaking of kings, I know I said the last thing, but I'll let you respond to this. Do you know today, and also the last one, there are actually no kings protests in England, but they're not protesting King Charles, they're protesting Donald Trump. Final thoughts?
That is just maybe the height of irony. The last 10 years, we just keep seeing so many ridiculous.
Couldn't, if it was a joke, like if it was a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode, you wouldn't believe it.
It really was. The script's writing itself. I could not write a satire that surpasses reality.
Cool, thank you so much. And with that, Ian will get the final word of it.
Final word. All right. There are 3 kings that I can abide by the way. BB King, Albert King, and
Jesus Christ?
Freddie King.
Christ is king.
And
Christ is king.
Yeah.
4.
My 4 kings.
All right.
4 kings.
All right, and with that, we'll wrap it up.